Hello, everyone, and welcome. Welcome to everyone. As always, I'm checking my audio and okay, I think we're good. Hey, thanks for waiting. Thanks for waiting. I had to check everything because I actually used this program for a different stream today. I had to stream an event from work, but I'll talk about that later. And welcome. Welcome. I am Canuck Clay. I am the founder of the GLCPC, the Good Looking Canucks Positivity Club. And this is my Canucks take all in one take. It's Clay's Canucks Commentary live stream, my weekly Wednesday live stream for Wednesday, January the 19th. If you're new, here is what you should do. Hit the subscribe button now for daily Canucks insight that's positive, timely, and trustworthy. As always, this vlog is brought to you by Perform and Transform, personal training and weight loss. Sign up now for a free 7-day trial. Use the link in my video description. It's performandtransform.ca/Canuck Clay. So thanks to Perform and Transform. Thanks to Van City Experts Real Estate Group, Jason Lim and his team. Contact them for all of your real estate needs. Always appreciate Jason's generosity on this channel. I talked to him earlier tonight, actually, because we'll talk about this. But as you know, the Canucks, they released, the entire NHL released the new schedule, and so we were talking about, we owe tickets to this person, and this person won this contest, and this person gets this. So we're gonna have to figure all that out in the next couple of days. So thanks to Perform and Transform, thanks to Van City Experts, thanks to Gassy Jack Art, maker of the nice artwork like this, and thanks to Monkey Nine Brewing, my eternal sponsor. Not sure if when you come in here, if you're used to reading the text that you see on the screen, but I have a couple announcements of what I'm going to do today. And if you're wondering about how I look, I will not address that for another half an hour. And if you're wondering about the contest, I will not address that for another half an hour. So I'm not going to answer any questions about my glasses or or the contest. Because I'll just say this, you can't enter the contest anymore. That was a Sunday night treat. And then we will do the draw at 10:40. Okay, want to give a shout out and thank you to my moderators. Thanks in advance. If it's racist, sexist, homophobic, ableist, or in a different language, go ahead and delete it. If you're not sure, do what I always say you should do and leave it for another moderator to worry about. And remember, if it's all in fun or if people are trying to have fun, as long as it's not offensive, leave it on there and don't be too quick with the itchy finger, I guess, moderators. And you guys have been doing a really good job in the last little bit. Finally, to my legends, legendary Lucas Gates, legendary Justin Credible, legendary Andrew Chang, hero members, nucksfan number 29, Carol Bovenlander, Hall of Fame members, Jens95, Simalexander, Chris Seifried, Adam Broomfield, Shannon Hollingworth, Hsmfangirl Gaming, smoovegroove, and Feng Q. Thank you for your support, and thanks as well to franchise and all-star members as well. You are all listed in my video descriptions. If you want to become a member of the CCC Crew, press the join button underneath this during my videos on the memberships tab on my YouTube channel. And finally, no matter where you're watching from, whether you're in my beautiful neighborhood of Steveston, in Richmond, in the city, in the province, in the country, on the continent, or around the world. What did it say? Jesse, did he really just say all this is stuff and end with it's another language? You're banned? Nope, I did not say you're banned, Jesse. I did not say that. But if you really want to know, I said I give moderators to permission to delete comments in another language, though. But I didn't say you're banned. We don't ban anyone on here unless it's really, really bad. So as I was saying, I appreciate all of you. Thanks for being here. I know that you could be watching anything else, watching anyone else, doing anything else, getting ready for school, work, going to bed, or all three. But the fact that you are here, I appreciate it. So let's like the video. Like the fact that the Canucks have won 2 straight. Like the fact that we got to have a revised schedule now. Like the fact that we are here together on a Wednesday night. Like the fact that we are going to give away a prize, albeit a small prize. No problem, Jesse. And just like the fact that we're hanging out and continuing to build the strongest and best Canucks community here on YouTube. Okay, I'll talk just for 5 minutes. I'll just go to the 10-minute mark. Then I will throw to you. So hold your questions for the next 5 minutes. And yeah, let's get those likes up to 25 or 30. We're at 50 viewers, which is nice. But let's get the likes up to at least half of our viewers. Thanks to everyone for being here. And a couple things right away. Obviously, I talked about this yesterday in my post-game vlog, but it's funny how perspective or I guess momentum or even the order of wins makes a difference. The Canucks lost their first 3, but played well, but they won their last 2. They lost the first 3, but won the last 2. So now they're coming home on a 2-game win streak, a modest one, but it's a 2-game win streak. They are 10-3-1 under Bruce Boudreau, which is really good. And we're feeling good, and we can't wait to be inside Rogers Arena for the first time since December 14th. And that's because they've won 2 straight. Imagine if they lost the first, if they won the first 2, but then lost the next 3. Then the narrative is a little different. Oh no, we're on a 3-game losing streak, having to play against the Florida Panthers, a very strong team. Although I think Tampa passed them in the standings. So both scenarios, you go 2-3 on the 5-game road trip. But if you lose 3, then win 2, you're riding a 2-game win streak and feeling good about coming home. If you win 2 and lose 3, but win the first 2 and lose the next 3, then it's like, oh no, it looks like we're falling in the standings and we're coming back on a low note. So overall, I think everyone's pretty happy with that road trip, all things considered. And all things are the fact that it was 5 of the best teams in the entire NHL. All things are the fact that Horvat, Garland, Halak are all in COVID protocol. All things are, meaning we haven't played at home since December 14th. That was 9 straight road games. And the fact that we are still hanging around in the playoff race. Anaheim lost today, which is good. They were the only team of playoff chasing that played today. But when you look at the wild card standings, it's not that bad, actually. Well, it's not great, but it's not bad. You have Minnesota 47, San Jose with 44, Calgary 42, Winnipeg with 40, and Vancouver 39. So technically, they're only 5 points out of a playoff spot, and they have 1 game in hand on that San Jose team that they are chasing. Unfortunately, there's Calgary and Winnipeg ahead of us with a lot fewer games, and there's Edmonton and Dallas right behind us, only 1 point behind, with a lot fewer games as well. So if you want to look at the points, it doesn't look that bad. You could say we're only 3, if we win our game in hand, we're only 3 points out. But then remember, we're also not just chasing the 2 teams that are in the wildcard spot, Minnesota and San Jose. We also have to beat out Calgary, Winnipeg, Edmonton, and Dallas. All of those teams have played 3 or 4 fewer games than us. So that's one thing to keep in mind. Another thing I'll talk about for the last couple of minutes, and then we will get to all of your questions, is the Canucks, the NHL released the revised schedule. And so far, they haven't had to dip into their second out clause of extending the season by a week at the end of April. Usually the season ends in the first week of April. We know that the season started late this year and they had to build in a 3-week Olympic break. So now the season is going to end at the end of April as opposed to the start of April. But they haven't extended it past April 29th yet. Rather, they're trying to get every team to make up their games during the 3-week break that was originally for the Olympics. And we've talked about that before. When the NHL and NHLPA originally negotiated their Olympic agreement, they had an out clause, basically an out saying if any games get postponed because of COVID, we're going to play them in that 3-week break. So that's what they're planning to do. And Vancouver has had 6 of their 7 rescheduled games to take place in February during that 3-week break, and then 1 kind of crammed in near the end of the season. So, and of those 6, 5 of them are home games. So February 8th against Arizona, which was supposed to be December 19th. February 9th, the next night against the Islanders, which was supposed to be January the 5th. And then February 12th against Toronto, which that one I got to figure out because I'm supposed to be at church that night. But you guys know I was so excited to see Vancouver and Toronto for the first time since being a season ticket holder this year. That one got canceled on December 17th or whatever, or December 19th. So that February 12th game was supposed to be December 18th. Then the Canucks have a 4-day gap and then play 1 game in San Jose, which was the December 21 game, and then back home for the 19th and 21st to play against Anaheim and Seattle. So February 8th, and I think the game before February 8th is February 1st too. So it's kind of weird that the Canucks play on February 1st, and I believe they're hosting Nashville. Yes. Then they don't play for an entire week. They play February 8 and 9 back to back. So 6 days in between, then back to back, then 2 days in Toronto, then another 4 days down to San Jose, then back for a game against Anaheim 2 days later, a game against Seattle 2 days later, and then back to the regular schedule with Calgary. And then finally, there's one home game against Ottawa that they did not fit in the February window, and that will be at the end of April on April the 19th. Okay, there's the 10 minutes. I will throw it to you for the next 25 minutes before I tell you why I'm wearing different glasses and doing the contest draw. And I'll a spoiler alert, those two, I originally captioned those two, why I'm wearing glasses at 10:35 and contest draw at 10:40. I originally captioned those under the category of why I'm an idiot, but I don't think that would look good on the stream, and then it's permanent, although I just said it. But yes, that will be under the section of why I'm an idiot. Okay, Fangirl, hi Clay. Do you think finally at home on Friday will the team do some good? Yes, they've been away for 9 straight games. It wasn't scheduled that way, but they were. So I can't wait. I'm good. I'm going to that game. I'm actually in Jason's Van City Experts club seats that game. So I'm going with Sean on Friday. And then whether we get to my office or get all the way home, Sean has agreed to appear with me on Friday Night Live. So I'm still streaming Friday night, and it's usually 11 o'clock on Friday nights, and that's still what I'm going to do. So Sean and me, he'll be at least one of the guests on Friday night. So a week after having my mom, it'll be another family member in my son Sean, and I'll be at that game this Friday. And yes, I'm excited for it, Fangirl. Jastrin, do you think the Pacific Division is weaker or more stronger? I think overall it's weaker when you look at the top end. We don't have, the Tampas and the Floridas and the Carolinas, the Washingtons. We have Vegas, who's good. But then look at the top teams. LA's in second. Their winning percentage is .563. And then Anaheim's .536. Then actually Calgary, who's played less games, they're at .600. So, and Vegas at .600. So we don't have a team in our division that's over 600 points percentage. So I do think we are a weaker division. Raspberry, can Canucks owners postpone more games if they want to? Limited capacity and wanting money? I really hope not. I'm guessing that the NHL has said no more postponements. Now we have to finish this schedule. We have to get these games rescheduled. So no surprise at all that at least the next 6 will be under the 50% capacity rule until the next 7 announcements on February the 16th. Clifford, we should be able to win the Arizona game and the Islanders game. Absolutely. We should be able to win a few of these games. Technically, we can win all of them, but realistically, of the 6 that are postponed, we should win Arizona, Islanders, and Seattle by virtue of being ahead of them in the standings. And then we should play Anaheim and San Jose. The only one that you say is way ahead of us in the standings is Toronto, but that's always an exciting game. So I'm looking forward to seeing how we do in those 6 games for sure. Jesse, do you think Hoglander is on a trajectory to start scoring more? I do. I think the not so subtle call out from Bruce Boudreau will work wonders for him, and he had a really great game with Podkolzin and Pettersson yesterday. Fangirls, Marie Huey singing the anthem soon. She was supposed to sing them in that postponed game in December in Arizona, against Arizona, I should say, on the 19th. So I'm not sure if she gets that game back. You think so, but I will find out and I'll let you know. Hello, Justin. Things look promising for Friday. I'll be at that game too. Sweet. All good-looking people at that game. Team will be back home finally on a winning streak. They outplayed them the first game in Florida, much weaker on the road. All good reasons to be excited for this Friday, Justin. Ohio gozaimasu. Hi. Did you know, by the way, you guys know I'm half Japanese. Did you know that you can sound Japanese just by saying a bunch of car names very urgently? Check this out and tell me if this sounds Japanese to you. Hi, Honda Mitsubishi Toyota. See, that sounded like complete fluent Japanese, but you might have heard I said Hyundai Mitsubishi Toyota. Try it. Just make sure it sounds like you have to go to the washroom and speak with a lot of urgency, and you too can sound Japanese. Jastrin, how long do you think 50% capacity will be the limit? At least till February 16th, because that's the provincial law right now. We will have a new GM by February 1st. I agree with you, Brian. Feng Q, do you think Mott could succeed in second line role as a defensive winger? Bo winning draws, Mott taking care of his own end, and PD ripping pucks to make it. Yeah, I don't think Mott has the offensive acumen to be a top 6 player. I think he can play top 9, third line in spells, but I think he's suited to be a fourth line player, third or fourth line player. So he's definitely a bottom 6 guy, not a top 6 guy. And, I always say this, but you look at his 2-on-1s, he never passes. He always shoots, which is fine. Percentage wise, though, you're supposed to pass. And I love his hustle. I love his work ethic, his aggressiveness, but I don't think he's a top 6 player in my eye. Fillmore, where do you see Lammikko's potential? If PD goes back to playing with the other top players, would Lammikko be good with Pods and Hoglander? Just like Mott, I see Lammikko as a fourth liner. So if he can do what he's doing as a cheap fourth liner, that's good enough. That's a bonus right there. I don't need to see him in the top 9, and definitely not the top 6. Should we claim Dylan Hetherington? Marcus, I know nothing about Dylan Hetherington. Tell me a bit about him in the chat. Clifford, Arizona stunned Toronto. They got goalie. Yes, that's true. That's true. Marcus, if McEwen goes back on waivers, should we claim him for his physicality? I don't know if we need him. Now, granted, it's Boudreau, not Travis Green, but I know he wasn't Travis Green's favorite, so I don't think we need him. I like him, but I don't think we need him. Terrence, do you see Rutherford's comments about Mott? Will we likely keep Mott? Yes, he likes Mott a lot. I can't remember the exact quote, but I do remember reading or hearing that he really likes Mott, and that he's playing very well. The whole line's playing very well. Yeah, the big debate's going to be whether or not they trade him or not, because is he due for a raise, but is this the type of player that Rutherford really likes? That's what some people are saying. How do you enter the draw? Jasper, you can't. It was done on Sunday. Jasper and Marie should be our consistent anthem singer. I would agree with that, support that. Matus, you think Mott will be a Canucks after the deadline? I do. I know a lot of people saying he's the biggest trade asset, but I think he's still here. Trevor, I haven't been in a game in a few years. You should change that. Marcus, that sounded like a car revving. Nucks and Bolts. Clay, what do you think on what Boudreau said about the Canucks having the heart of lions? What do you think they're missing? The roar? I don't think they're missing anything. I think they're missing some confidence at the start of the season, but I love the way they're playing, and I knew Nucks and Bolts that you're going to work in any opportunity to use the word roar for sure. Did you see McEwen fight Chara? Yes, it did not go so good for McEwen. Fangirl, will the Canucks on protocol have issues crossing the border after a 5-day quarantine? You know, it's crazy, but the more I read about it, it's really the luck of the border gods, or it depends on what agent you get. It really does. Which is kind of crazy that there's not a consistent protocol and then it's left to chance almost. So I don't think we can answer definitively, Fangirl. FMD, do you think PD will play with Pods and Hogs on Friday night with Horvat out? Yes. I doubt they will change the top 6 given how well they played. Marcus, if you were to move to any other Canadian city, I remember you answering with Winnipeg. No, I didn't say I'd move there. I said I like it there. But I don't think I'd move there, Marcus. I'm kind of a big city guy. So I'd be interested in Toronto, Montreal. I think. I say that now without really thinking about it. But I've been in like smaller cities like the Saskatoons, Reginas, the Londons, Winnipegs, and I like them a lot too. I don't know. I just can't see us leaving Vancouver though. Justin, Toronto had a 3-1 lead tonight, lost 6-3. Fourth time in 5 games, the Leafs have blown a 3-1 lead. Yes, they're not good at 3-1 leads or 4-1 leads. Anaheim also lost 2-0 to Colorado. Yes, that was the good result for the Canucks for sure. What should the new GM's first priority be? Determining if they're going to be buyers or sellers at the trade deadline. And I think they'll be sellers. They should be. And it's I think priority will be recouping more picks and prospects. Picks for sure. And it will be shoring up our defense. That's what I would do. Is PD back again? The real PD? I sure hope so, Brian. He's looked great the last couple games. Marcus Henderson, just another good Canadian defenseman, decent-sized D-man. Thank you. Thank you, Marcus. Cole, the PD Pods and Hoglander line was exceptional. Do you see them sticking together when Horvat and Garland come back? That's a good question, Cole. It depends. Horvat and Garland are gone for a few more games still. Yeah, you could technically, with Horvat and Garland, you could put Dickinson back with Horvat because I know Boudreau likes them as a shutdown pairing and put Garland on their wing. Yeah, this could be a new version of the Lotto line if they continue to play well, but it's only been one game, so let's not get too ahead of ourselves, but that's a good question, Cole. Brian, do you know anything about Joni Jurmo? Looks like a solid defenseman. Yeah, I don't think he's going to turn out to be that good, quite frankly. He hasn't made a couple of national teams since we drafted him. So I don't know a lot about him, but it's because there isn't a lot to know just yet. Jaskrin thinks we should claim McEwen. Okay, Funk you see Jim R or new GM undoing any recent betting moves? Pearson, OEL, Garland or Pullman. I think philosophically, yeah, they have no loyalty. They could if they see a move that makes the team, but it's so hard to say, Funk you. Yeah, a lot of those guys have tough contracts to move, but if Jim can do it, then that's great. Fangirl, do you miss the All-Star Fantasy Draft being as part of All-Star Weekend? I thought it was fun for a year, but I didn't really get too much into it. Clifford, Char is a monster, 6'9". I wouldn't want to fight it. Me neither. I'd be horizontal for a long time. Justin, did you hear the Canucks are supposedly very interested in hiring a female AGM? Drager believes it could be Cami Granato, who's supposedly a Kraken scout. So Cami Granato, I've heard that name a little bit. I've heard Jennifer Botterill's name a little bit more, but I think that's good. Hey guys, how are you doing? I'm doing great. Hope you're well as well. Clay, do you think the next time we see Horvat and Garland is in Chicago? In Chicago. That is not till January 31st. Wow. Yeah, I guess. Oh, yeah, they could stay. Yeah, are they going to stay in the States the whole time, though? No, they can get released from the Nashville. Oh, no, Horvat's there for a few more days. You know, I don't know the exact number of days, but gosh, that's missing 5 or 6 games from now. That's crazy. Jaskrin, I've been a Canucks fan since 2017-18. Why do we hate the Leafs? No, that's a fair question. A lot of it has to do with how much coverage the Leafs get nationally, both on Sportsnet and TSN especially. People out here get sick of having the Leafs shoved down our throat, and the Leafs have never been a strong team. They've had good players, but a lot of people don't like the team. A lot of people don't like the fans. They don't like the city. It's a whole West Coast, East Coast thing, New York and LA to a smaller extent. Toronto people don't care about Vancouver, quite frankly, but Vancouver people care a lot about Toronto. Yeah, so I think that's a short version. If anyone else wants to add anything, please go ahead. Angie, hey Clay, it's been a while. Nice to see you. Yes, nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Sig LOL, Toronto let Ryan Reeves score on him twice. Marcus, play bench cut. Okay, it was funny. Last stream, someone did this to me with Makar, Fox, and Hughes. I had no clue what was happening. Play bench or cut. Play Mott, bench Highmore, cut Sutter, given their age. Marcus, Toronto blows. I lie. Where do you want Halak and Mott to be traded to, if anywhere? I've gone on record as saying I don't think they're going to trade Halak. I don't think they should. And for Mott, where do I want them to get traded to? Whoever's going to give us good assets in return. And if we can't name that, then I guess somewhere where they'd be happy. I don't know. That's a good question, I lie, but I haven't really thought about it. I guess you say the Eastern Conference, so they don't come back to haunt us as much. Definitely trade them out of the division for sure. Hello, John. Dustin, do you miss Adam Gaudette? I don't, actually. Marcus, why have people been saying that DiPietro hasn't been working out in Abbey? I just hope he doesn't turn out to be Rick DiPietro. Yeah, Marcus, him and Silov's numbers are not great this year. The whole Abbotsford team has been a little bit underwhelming, quite frankly. Brian, it'll be nice to beat the Panthers on Friday night at home. Yes, it will be, Brian. I think we can. Coach Rob, Toronto was always the TV game in the 80s on Saturdays. They hardly ever showed the Canucks. That's why. A great explanation. Thank you. Matthew, are you excited to have Hamonic back? I think he makes our team better, so I would love to see him back, but apparently it's still going to be a little while. He had a setback in his recovery from whatever he's recovering from. Naughty Planet, hey Clay, if you could bring back one ex-Canuck to play for us with their current contract. Huh? With their current... Oh, you mean someone in the league still? Jared McCann. I've always liked him, and I think he's a good player, and he would be very useful in our top 6. See, I find it so funny when people say Jim has work cut out or anything. Yes, Jim Benning, Jim Rutherford. It is strange to hear the term Trader Jim and everything when that's what we call Jim Benning as well. Hello, Marjorie. I'm impressed with the win last night without Garland and Horvat. Shows a lot of resilience. I agree. And in fact, tomorrow's vlog, I'm going to talk about stepping up and how Podkolzin and Petey, although he's supposed to, and especially like Lamico and Mott have stepped up in the absence of Horvat and Garland. I love how guys like Burrows and Shen are stepping up in the absence of Hamonic. So I am going to talk about that tomorrow. And yes, a lot of resilience for sure. FMD, did you hear about DL, defensive Ekman Larson? What do you think of his play so far? And do you think he has more offense to give? I think his play has been great, especially shut down 5-on-5. And yes, I think he's got more offense to give. I think you see he's got a hard shot. He's so smart. He's just been a little bit unlucky. So I'd like to see some goals go in for him soon for sure. Marcus, if you could bring back any 2020 Canuck, Schmidt, Harlock, Gods, Holtby, Edler, Beagle, Roussel, Shotgun Jake, who would you want to bring back disregarding contract? Schmidt. I think Schmidt would be great on a Bruce Boudreau team. I really do. I think he was just miscast here as a shutdown guy with Alex Edler. TSN, Toronto Sports Network. Very good. Clifford, a woman AGM would be fine because unlike a GM, AGMs don't need to have experience as an AGM. Plenty of qualified women for the job. Yeah, and you got to get your start somewhere, right? Brian, and why does TSN blackout our Canadian teams out? Good question. I think maybe it has to do with they're not the national rights holder, but I'm not sure. See, do you miss the days when TSN had the NHL broadcasting rights? Broadcasting has never been the same since then. Sportsnet stinks and TSN is no good when Duthie. Yeah, I like Duthie. Yeah, that foursome of Duthie, Drager, LeBrun, and Bob McKenzie. You can't beat that. What a powerhouse. And I've been lucky to have both Drager and Duthie on this channel. But yeah, it was nice when they had some rights too. But I think Sportsnet's been okay. I like Friedman. I like BX. I think Butterall's good. Dave Amber's growing on me. I think they're okay. Kel, have you seen the updated schedule? Yes, Kel. I actually talked about it about 20 minutes ago. Thoughts on the update? I think it's fine. A bit of a couple weird gaps, but it's teams that we should be able to beat. Johnny Canuck, Flames tickets for the game on Monday versus Blues are going for $8. Wow. Well, you got to go to that then. What will the goaltending situation be next season? Marjorie, they were hoping on Demko DiPietro. I still think that's the hope. Hello, Nucks fan, number 29, hero member. Did you hear the Reed Boucher story? I seek. Very scary and sickening to hear. Yes. You don't like hearing any types of those stories, whether they're a hockey player or whatever, for sure. Jaskran, do you see Mikey DiPietro solidify himself as a backup? If he doesn't, what do you think happens in our backup role? Well, he's got half a season to prove himself, but I think no matter what, you got to bring in a veteran goalie to battle with DiPietro in training camp. So it'll be Demko, and then it'll be DiPietro, and it'll be a backup, a cheaper backup. I think those are the three guys that you'll see battling next season. Dogwood, it's not that we care about Toronto. We don't. We're just jealous creatures and a bit insecure. I think that there's a bit of truth to that. Toronto Maple Leafs FS, grammatical error. I guess spelling error, yes. Marcus, any news regarding the development of Jet Wu? Would love a fellow Asian dude on the Canucks. Oh, I would love to see him on the Canucks. I've always said I think he's still 2 or 3 years away. Kelly, welcome. Let's welcome Kelly from Toronto. Thanks for being here. It's 1:30 in the morning. So, Kelly, thanks for being here. And tell me how you found this channel. We appreciate you being here. And subscribe if you want daily Canucks insight that's positive, timely, and trustworthy. Justin, can't remember where I saw the stat, but supposedly the Canucks have the best 5-on-5 goals against per game in the NHL. Yes, it does show great defensive improvement. We need the PK to be better. Jaskrin, yes, I was aware of some of those Jared McCann locker room issues. I think he's a really good player, though. Arso, hello, Arso. When is the earliest day Bo could possibly play? 5 days from yesterday is the 20th. Well, technically, if that's day one, the 22nd, then he's got to get back into Canada. Even if they give him only a 5-day as opposed to a 14-day, once he gets back to Canada, I don't think he can play again until Winnipeg on the 27th or Calgary on the 29th. But I don't know. It's really tough to figure out. 6, suppose Sutter comes back at some point. Do you think Dowling would provide Abbotsford with a good boost? Yes, I think Dowling would be the guy to go down. Dowling or Chason. Tanev has been good. Oh, look at all the love for Kelly. That's awesome. Dustin. Is it possible to get Tanev back? No, I think that's a long shot. He's good, but I still don't like that contract. We can't fit him in. Do you think OEL's offense has disappeared? Well, but stats-wise, it has. The pairing of him and Myers is the one usually trying to do more offensively, which has been fine. But I think Ekman Larsson's got more offense in him for sure. Yes, Nucks fan, I know that you did indeed predict the 3-1 score, which is good. Funky, I hope this new management will help us acquire, draft, future shutdown defender who can skate. This season would have gone better with Tanev for sure. Burrows plays much better than Hunt. Yeah, Burrows does, and he hits a lot. He hits a lot. Do you think Pettersson's game could resemble that of Marcus Naslund? He strikes me as more of a sniper than a passer or a dangler. Yeah, I think PD's game will be almost... Yeah, Naslund was pretty solid for sure. Wicked wrist shot. Yeah, that's... Yeah, he's more Naslund than Sedin for sure. For sure. Oh, that's awesome, Zach, that you're going on February 8th. That's awesome. I'm happy for you. 100 likes, 100 views. Well, we'll get to the 100 views. I'm not sure if we can get to 100 likes. Actually, Jay, I am giving something away in about 5 minutes or so. Was going to do so without your help unless you want to get in on it. It's a random contest that I'm running from Sunday. I'll explain it in a second. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get to 100 likes, but we can always try. Nice to see you, Jay. No problem, Kel. Glad that Kylan's getting better, Nucks fan. Yeah, the Bobby Lou and Schneider video was awesome. Yes, when it comes to GM, doesn't matter gender, race, or anything. Yeah, blackouts kind of suck. Okay. We should probably get to... I'm just making sure that I get to... I like reading all your comments, but whenever I fall behind, I just want to do questions. How many cups do you think the Canucks would have won if they were around in the original 6 era? Probably very few as well. Honestly. It's so hard to say, though. Why can't Bo just show his negative test results and start playing? Yeah, well, I don't know about that, but they are making a move to asymptomatic players do not have to get tested going forward. Yeah, I heard that about Bo's Ironman streak, something at 280 games, which is really too bad. He did miss some time at the end of 2017 or 18 or 19 with an ankle injury. I remember that. I'm on the keep JT Miller train, but I do understand why we trade him. Yeah, Kelly, I'm Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday. And did you actually say in the chat how you found me or how you found the stream today? Or did I miss it? Or type it in, Kelly. I would love to know. But yeah, Sunday and Wednesday. But they're late for you, right? They're Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Pacific. And then Friday, I don't know why, I'm doing 11 p.m. Sick. Thanks for that. Okay, so now Jason's saying is 100 views and 70 likes. You're right, Kelly. Yes, Kelly, I do not stream during games. That's correct. Because I think it wrecks your viewing enjoyment and mine. And I have no problem saying that. Okay, let's get to weird seeing you wear glasses, Clay. Edmund, I wear glasses all the time. Like all the time. But I wear different glasses, which I'll get to right now. I'm 5 minutes late. Okay, so we are at 100 people. We're not at 170 likes, though. Jay, I'll say this. Okay, this is so funny, you guys. Let's see if we're still at 100 viewers and if we get to 70 likes, and then we'll figure something out. But I'm going to let me tell this story first, and then we'll figure out what's going on. Because this is really funny, because I'm not sure. Andrew, no, I got 54 likes right now. Is Andrew in the chat right now? Andrew, if you're in the chat, please show yourself. Please reveal yourself. Okay, so 2 stories of why I'm an idiot. Today, so this is the first story of why I'm wearing different glasses. Oh, I'm Kelly. I'm guessing one of the hockey channels is Hot Take Hockey, John, who does stream during games. Am I right? Okay, Andrew's in here. Okay, first story. I was presenting to some of our admin assistants I'm a director in our office, so I was. I don't want to. Actually, none of them report to me, but they all work not for me. They all work with me. But basically, I was with the admin assistants presenting something, and then I got up and I had to rush off to another meeting. So I got up to leave, and the door opens inward. So I'm saying bye to them. Okay, thanks a lot, you guys. And I open the door, but I guess I'm either really fast, I'm really nimble, or I expected the door to open way more quickly. Whatever the reason, and maybe people who haven't liked the video are going to like it after this. As I opened the door, I turned around and I smacked my face on the door because the door hadn't fully opened yet. So that's just the first part of the story. So I run into the door in front of all the admin assistants of our department, and then my normal glasses fell off my face. Okay? And I heard one of them go, "Oh." So as I bending down to pick up the glasses, I actually took a quick step forward, and I actually stepped on my glasses. So not only did I smash my face against the door, now I'm picking up my glasses, I actually stepped on them and broke them. But of course I was embarrassed in front of all my coworkers. So then I put on my glasses with one arm sticking out to the side, and then I went into the elevator, and I was so embarrassed. And then I had a big presentation to do later today and later in the day. So I took my lunch hour to actually drive home and then put my contacts on. And then I wore my contacts for the rest of the day, and I look good. You guys know I'm kind of vain. I like it when I'm wearing my contacts more, but I like to rest my eyes. So I took my contacts off for the stream because my contacts, it's actually hard for me to read things. So when I'm wearing my contacts on a stream, I'm always have to kind of push my computer back and kind of look a little bit back. So all to say, the glasses I'm wearing right now are my backup glasses. And I think they'll find, although Sean keeps calling me a nerd. He keeps calling, I don't want to say the name that he calls me. He calls me a nerdy name, and I don't want to say the name just in case anyone in this chat, that's your first name. So he calls me a nerdy name, but they're fine. And actually, they're the ones I wear for sports because, as you can see, I have these tips at the end of my glasses. So it's supposed to stop these. At least they're not Kareem Abdul-Jabbar goggles, but those tips behind my ears are supposed to stop my glasses from sliding. So if I'm playing basketball, when I'm hitting fadeaway jumpers around people, or when I'm playing volleyball, although I like to wear my contacts, but there was a time where I couldn't wear my contacts because I had an eye infection. All to say, I would wear these to play sports like softball, hockey, volleyball, basketball, and that's why I have these tips. So these glasses don't slide, but they look maybe a little bit more nerdy. Okay, so you guys can guess what name Sean called me, but I'm not gonna. Okay, at the end of the stream, I'll reveal what name Sean called me, just because it was pretty funny. Okay, so legendary Andrew Chang though works. He's in optical wear, and he's gonna help me with a new pair of glasses. And the reason why I'm laughing is because he was texting me right now before I was about to tell the story. So he's actually sent me some samples, which I'm going to show to my lovely wife because I have to run everything by Gail, of course, because she looks good and I don't. Yes, Andrew, I got your text. I am at the game this Friday. If you can bring samples and it's not too much of a hassle, I'd love to see them. So, but I'll message you before Friday. Okay, Taxi Squad glasses. Mel, that's the best. Taxi Squad that is probably one of the best comments ever. Okay, so these are my backup glasses. I feel comfortable with them actually. Now I don't know if you guys even remember what my other glasses look like. Okay, so that was I'm an idiot number 1. Okay, here's idiot number 2, and this has to do with the contest draw now that we're gonna do. So I'm not taking any more entries. So I'm sorry if you were not there on Sunday, and I'm not going to do, a contest every Sunday or every Wednesday or every second Sunday. It's just kind of random. That's why you guys always got to be here. But on Sunday, it was simply give me your name, and I opened it for 15 minutes. I have 40 entries. It was like, give me your name, give me your YouTube handle, your email, so I can contact you. And the question was basically, what's different about the wall behind me? What's the different about the wall behind me? And the answer, which I explained on Sunday night after the contest closed, was I have 4 pictures up on the wall now, not 3, because I added that 4th picture of the family. So now I'm actually centered perfectly between 2 pictures on each side, as opposed to if I was to center, I was covering up my really nice thumbs up picture. So I hope that made sense. So we did this whole song and dance, and then if you were here on Sunday night stream, I showed you the rest of my wall, and actually I'll do it right now real quick because it's kind of cool. All right, so there's the rest of my wall. You see there's 11 pictures now. That's all. So I just want to show you that. Okay. So that was the whole, oh, thank you for the nice, I trust you to file my taxes. You know, I should run a contest of best comment about these glasses. So anyways, so I ran a contest. Oh, I forgot to flip my screen. I ran a contest on Sunday saying, basically put in, and the final question was, what's different about my wall? And I said, as long as you said new picture, 4th picture, new arrangement, as long as your answer had something to do with something about a new picture, then you're going to be entered in this contest. And I didn't even say what I was going to award. So Jason, this is for you. If you're still here, if you want to get in on this, that's fine. But if you don't want to, that's fine. I'm going to award a $20 to $25 gift certificate to the store or the merchant of this person's choice, whether it's a Best Buy, a Costco, an Amazon, Apple, whatever. As long as I can buy it online, I will do that. Okay? And no, I haven't given Sick his jersey yet. I have to talk to Jason about that too. Yeah, I just saw your comment, Arson. I feel bad, but we will get it to him. Okay. But then I need to cut off the contest on Sunday night because I gave everyone 15 minutes. So this is how dumb I am. In my effort to cut off the contest, instead of simply disabling the Google form or even just making a mental note as to what time I was going to cut it off, I deleted the question on my Google form that asks you what's different about my wall. So then when I downloaded the answers and downloaded all your entries, all the answers were gone. That's how dumb I am. And this happened on Sunday night. I wanted to tell you ever since Sunday night, but I knew I'd have to save it until tonight. So all to say, as long as you entered, I don't care if your answer was right. I don't care if your answer was wrong. As long as you entered an entry, because I have no way to prove that you did or did not answer correctly. As long as you entered, you are in. So let me pull up my favorite website. You guessed it. It is going to be the world famous Wheel of Names. I know this is your guys' favorite part of the stream. So here we go. Let me just move myself out of the way so I can. I'll give you guys full screen. Actually, no. I'll do it full screen as soon as I draw. Okay. So these are the people, the 40 people. Oh, it was only 30. These are the 30 people that got an entry in. And like I said, I don't even know what you typed, if you got it right or got it wrong, but it doesn't matter. The fact that you sent something in, those are all your screen names. Okay. So that's the first thing. And I think I don't want to pressure Jason. So I will draw this, and then I will contact you, and I will send you a $25 gift certificate to the place of your choice. It can be VanBase. It can be VanBase, the Team Store, Costco, Best Buy, Amazon, Apple, whatever you want, I will send to you. So just one spin and one spin only. And I don't need a backup winner because this is by email. And I'm sure this person will email me back. And you don't have to be on the stream to win. Okay, so I will full screen the wheel right now. The people have spoken. So let's full screen this baby. Got to make sure the volume's on so you can hear the wheel go. Desktop audio's up. Good. I will randomly sort this 3 times. Shuffle, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Zach says, yeah, you're right here, Zach. You're right here. I'm following it right now. I hope you can see it. You're the red one. Okay? Okay. Here we go. For a $25 gift certificate to a vendor of your choice. Wherever you are, do your own drum roll and do it really loud wherever you are. The winner is Brian Kim. Congratulations, Brian. I don't know if you are in the stream right now. If you are, please reveal yourself. If not, that's fine. You're not penalized for, whoops, I think I just moved the wrong thing. So, Brian, if you are here, let us know that you are here. We'd love to congratulate you. Oh, he is. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Congrats, Brian. So I will email you as soon as I get off the stream, and then you can tell me. You don't have to say it right now. Tell me on the email. Oh, I just shrunk myself again. Tell me on the email where you would like the gift cert to. Okay. So congratulations. Thank you for being such a great supporter and loyal follower, loyal subscriber. So again, I don't do it. Michael, by the way, another previous winner, he won. We give away a lot of things on this channel. Michael won the December post-game wrap-up contest. Michael, did you get your gift cert from Vanbase? They told me they emailed you, but I want to make sure that you did indeed get it. And then I know Jason and I still have to figure out, who we owe tickets to, legends and contest winners. But we're gonna work that out all over the weekend. Okay, for the last 10 minutes. So thank you, by the way, for indulging me about why I'm wearing different glasses and for that contest draw. And Michael, you did get it. Awesome. Home games back on. Yes, starting on Friday, Deltama. I will do 10 minutes of Ask Me Anything. So go ahead and ask me anything. Put it in the chat, and I will do my best to answer it. I'm gonna go pretty quick, just so I get to every question that does get asked. And if you haven't subscribed already, make sure you subscribe to this channel. I love it when the alerts go off right in the middle of our stream. Chant, call Brian. Call Brian and make him chant Bruce. There it is. Brian, you want me to give you a call? No, I'm not going to do that. No, I'll save that for Friday. That's a Friday Night Live thing, you guys. But congratulations, Brian. Did you have sushi this week? Edmund, I just had it tonight. A sushi and sashimi bento box from Matsuyama in Richmond. Favorite Star Wars character? Fangirl, I have not seen any of the new Star Wars. I am totally old school. I've only seen the 3 old ones. So I am going to go with Chewbacca. That's all. Yeah, Chewbacca. I can't remember any of the shows, to be honest with you. Favorite ice cream flavor? That is strawberry marjorie by far. Marcus, if you can't find out you owe tickets to, I'll take them off your hands. No, I'm pretty sure I can find out, Marcus. I have it written down, and I can just watch old streams. But thank you for the generous offer. I like, on the glasses theme, what's the craziest fashion fad you have tried or want to try? Back when I was in high school, my hairdresser would go to all these workshops in the States and come back and try them on me. So one of my worst haircuts, I call it the California cone cut, because she came back from LA and I grew my hair out, and it was a mohawk. It was a mohawk, so it came like all the way to a peak, and then I dyed it like purple or something. I've had some pretty bad haircuts. Some of you see my old haircuts where, actually, do you guys want to see some of my old haircuts? I will show you one. Before we go, at the very end, I will show you a Facebook album of some of my worst haircuts. Okay, so let me just figure this out real quick. Yeah, I've had some pretty poor haircuts in my day, and I will show you some of them at the end of the stream. Okay, I'll go fast. I got to catch up now. Have I had COVID? No, not yet. Thank goodness. What do you think about having, that was from Marcus. Also, what do you think about having one player from each team in the All-Star game? Don't need it. I'd rather see best on best, truly best. Edmund, are you excited about gyms reopening as of Toronto? As of tomorrow, not Toronto. I'm happy for the gym owners and the people that go to gyms. It doesn't affect me because I don't go to a gym, but no, I'm happy for people for sure. 2 years from now, who's better, Vancouver or Edmonton? Vancouver. Favorite David Booth moment? We actually won. Not only did I buy a David Booth jersey, but then we won it. A second jersey. We won a jersey on Jersey Off Our Back. So we got to meet David Booth on the ice. You should watch Rogue One. Okay, thank you, The Ultimate. Marcus, play bench, cut Ovi, Crosby, McJesus, all in their prime. Oh my gosh. Play Crosby, bench McDavid, cut Ovi, but that's ridiculous to say cut Ovi. Favorite pizza place? Pretty boring guy. I'm a Domino's guy. Do you like the movie Jaws? I've only watched it once. I did like it when I watched it. Coach Rob, did you notice I changed my chat profile picture? I did. I can't see it because it's so small. I'll have to look at it later, Coach Rob. Shannon, did you go to Baskin Robbins ice cream when they had it around? Yeah, once in a while, but not a lot. Steve, Supreme Pizza in East Van is the best. Okay. Did you have the brick on top of the head haircut? Not a brick, but I've certainly had some flat tops for sure. You'll see that pretty darn quick. Funk you. If you ran into Brad Marchand in the mall, what would you say? Note, he's shopping at a woman's clothing store. Well, if I saw him, then that means I'm in the woman's clothing store too. I would probably just, I would just say you're a good player, but I wish we would have beat you in 2011. I don't think I'd say much more than that, truly, because he is a good player. But I don't think I would call him a dirty, or a rat in front of his face. Who won the draw? Brian won the draw, and we did not make 170. We made, at least not at the same time. Well, we're not at 70 yet, and we got to 100, but we came back down. Biggest moment in any sports game you partook in? Biggest moment in any sports game? I have not won a lot when it comes to athletics, either amateur or high school. So, yeah, my athletic career is not a good one. Yeah, I haven't done anything of note athletically, quite frankly. High school, we came in 6th in provincial volleyball, but that was it. Biggest moment in any sports game you partook in? Haven't played any big basketball games. Okay, our roller hockey team won our championship one year, but no thanks to me. So yeah, you can tell that just a team player kind of when it comes to sports. That was kind of sad, actually. At least Jake can say he has a 300 game in bowling, and Sean's gone to provincial finals for football. Marcus, do you find it weird that some of your viewer base are as young as your kids? Marcus, I find it interesting, but it's typical because it's YouTube, and that's why I think a lot of people like you can relate to my kids probably even better than you can relate to me. So I don't find it weird. I find it interesting, but I also know that when I see YouTube demographics, it skews really old, or at least my age. So maybe it means that people aren't recording their demographics or aren't signing in or whatever. But I know that when I ask for ages, I get a lot of 13, 14, 17, 18, 20 young. But then I know that there's some people my age in here as well. What does Charms ask? And I missed it. Oh, favorite David Booth moment. Fillmore, if All-Star games are best on best, will you accept no Canucks players if they aren't? Yes, I would. And I would accept more if they got in. Are you pushing P Clay? What does that mean? What does that mean? I don't even know what that means, Jastrin. Is that bad? Marcus, who do you like more, Robert, Scott, Niedermeyer? Well, Scott was a much better player. Arso, what shows, movies are you looking forward to watch? I have a couple blacklists to catch up on. Movies, though, Nothing really, and nothing that I really, really want to see, to be honest with you. I'm going to see Hamilton live in Vancouver in June or July. Peter, Vancouver would have beat Vegas in Game 7. How do you think they done in Western? I think they could have beat Dallas. I really do. The confidence and the way Demko was playing and the way some of our forwards were playing, I think we could have beat Dallas. I know he's like Patty Kane's. I'm not sure you guys see. All right, thanks, Seek. Marcus, imagine seeing Brad Marchand knee deep in the bra section at Victoria's Secret. Don't want to imagine that. Did you ever play hockey? Not ice hockey, only roller hockey. And I'm very Tanner Pearson-like. At least that's the way I skate and that's the way I look with my broad shoulders. Edmund, do you think new GM for Vancouver will keep this year's first rounder? Yeah. Well, Rutherford's already said he doesn't want to give away any more picks. If you were still single and Delzato proposed to you, how would you feel? I'm confident in my masculinity, so it wouldn't bother me, but I would probably give him a polite no. Can you play hockey, though? Anything from that? Can you play hockey, though? Can I play hockey, though? Yeah, I'm okay. I'm a good skater. I have a good wrist shot, but I have horrible slap shot. And, yeah. I'm not sure if that's what you're asking, Arcel. Princess, are you excited for Jollibee? I like Jollibee. Not as much as, say, some of my family members, but I like it. Like a goal you scored or assisted. Oh, yeah, I think the best. There's one really. My favorite goal I've ever scored actually was, we were up by 1. And the team was pressing. They pulled their goalie. They were trying to tie it up, and I laid out to block a shot. I was a forward, so I blocked a point shot. It's pretty hard actually. I blocked it with my shin pads, and then I was able to outfight a guy and score from my side of center by because there's no icing right in our league, so I just shot it at the net. So it wasn't like the most thrilling thing ever, but I think the fact that I did it by blocking a shot first made me feel proud. Thank you. That was a really weak answer. Why so pissy? 69 likes. Yes, but we're up to 70 now. Breaking Clay just called himself old. I always do that. That name well. Why so? Go Canucks go. Yes, Nahal. Would you rather live without Twitter or Instagram? I could probably survive without Instagram. Actually, I have a much bigger following on Twitter. But Twitter, it's all. I used to have a personal Twitter too, but personal meaning faith and family. But now I just concentrate on the Canucks one. I don't want to just do about following though. I guess you can do more on Instagram though with reels, stories, and posts. But Twitter is just it's more of a Canuck fabric, fabric of Canucks fans. So I'd probably live without Instagram. No, we're not going to TANK this year, Jogpile. Trevor, do you have the numbers on your audience's locations? Where are people watching from? Yes and no. That's only if they signed in though. And it's mostly Canada, a bit of US, a bit of Sweden. Blacklist is so good. Yeah, it is. It's my favorite show, actually. No one has called me pissy before. If we hit enough likes, we were at 170 for the loyalists. Yes, we are there. Okay, now I don't even know what these pushing jokes mean, but I'm sure it's pretty bad. Now I have to look it up later. Sharms, which player of all time from BC would you wish to play in Vancouver? Sakic. So how you doing? I look up to you, Clay, and other people in here. I still got a lot to learn in life. Drinking too much is one of my problems. I'm personally not ashamed, but it's my own decision. I'm back next week for work. Thank you. So how you doing? I appreciate the kind words. Anytime you want to chat, just reach out. Sharms, how many goals would you and Parker get on a line with McDavid in an 82-game season? Parker would get more than me because he actually knows how to play hockey. On a line in an 82-game season with McDavid against real men, I think Parker maybe gets between, I don't know, 5 and 10. I think I get 1 if I'm lucky. Justin, sorry to take a work call. No problem. Yeah, Brian won. Clay, you find it funny that we have more points than Edmonton now? No, I don't find it funny at all. We should. How you doing? Just improve every day. Just improve every day. That's what I would say right now. And be pure in your intentions and be genuine to everyone you meet. That's what I would say. Edmund, do you wish we still had Edler? Not particularly. I'd rather have Tanev at this point. What's the ultimate Clay celly after a goal? I usually let out a big scream because I'm so surprised. They say act like you've been there before, but I've never been there before, or rarely. Usually, actually, when the guys come and do the fist bump, I'm like, yeah, and that's it. Then I skate to the bench and then sit down before I get beat up. That pushing sounds horrible. I'm not going to answer. I'm not going to answer something I don't know. Do you know that Marshawn Lynch was on Diesel Brothers? I did not know that. Yes, I'm with Coach Rob. I don't know what it means. Clay, what do you think about Canucks when Miller got rumors about trades? Do you think he'll stay with the Canucks? It's not surprising he's part of trade rumors because he's so good, but I hope he stays. I really do. Fillmore, Twitter, you can type stuff and have discussions. Instagram relies on photos and videos. Yes, that's fair. If you ever won the cup, how would you spend your day with it? I lie. I would probably take it to my church. I'd probably take it to, what do I enjoy doing? Japanese restaurant. No, you know what? I do a 24-hour live stream with the cup right next to me. Wouldn't that be cool? That's what I would do. Marcus's uncle knew Sackett growing up. That's pretty cool. Okay, I will look later, or I'll just ask my kids. When do you predict the announcement for the next GM is going to happen? I think by the end of this month, if not sooner. Into an empty net. There you go. Hey, what do you think of my name, guys? I think it's great. That was a funny exchange with him and Matheson. Why can't Oilers find a goalie? That's a good question. Yeah, they've been very unlucky, and I can't say it's because they don't have money because they pay decent. I don't know. Imagine if only Toronto and Vancouver make the playoffs as Canadian teams. That would be nuts, but I think some other teams like Winnipeg will have something to say about that for sure. Clay's ultimate sell, he's jumping through the glass. Well, you've seen the way that I trip over couches and come through windows for sure. I will look up pushing later. Shannon, that why so pissy? It has to do with a question that a longtime Edmonton reporter asked Leon Draisaitl after Draisaitl kind of dismissed him. It was kind of funny, actually. Oh, okay, start with the Youngs. You would take it to the bowling. Oh yeah, that's true, Bruce. I would live stream from the bowling alley. Jason, you want to do a giveaway right now? No, let's save it for Friday, I think. I've already done one. It's okay. It's okay, Jason. Yeah, let's save it for Friday or another time. We don't have to do two in one stream. What's your favorite song that you have done? So many. The Luongo one, End of the Road, Boys to Men. That one was a lot of fun because Luongo did reach out to us. Thanks, Arcel. Oilers have passed it on drafting goalies. First step and win the cup or win the lottery. Gosh, maybe win the lottery. You're talking about win the draft lottery, not win the actual 649, right? Hard's Not Life. No, I didn't know it was played in the bubble games. Okay, Shannon and Leon. It's just Shannon. It's just a name. So maybe you guys can not worry about it anymore. Cal, do you plan to partake in Dino? Yes. In fact, Gail and I were looking stuff up just before the stream tonight. Edmund, I think Leon's response was amazing. Yeah, a lot of people are taking Leon's side. A lot of people are taking Matheson's side as well. Clay, can I get a present for you for my birthday from me? When's your birthday, Jasker, and how old are you turning? No problem. Yeah, we'll save it for Friday. Patrick Laine has declined. That his next contract is gonna be interesting. Yeah, thank you. How you doing? If I win the lottery, I'll give some to you for sure. I didn't say how much, but take care, Leon. Thanks for being here. Jasker, if Demko played in the Vegas series, do we win the series? played in the Vegas series, like the whole series, perhaps, but we weren't scoring a lot either. I don't know. Tough to say. Maybe the Vegas would have figured them out by the end. I don't know. I found the interaction funny, and my Canucks win after Nashville tweeting and passing the pissy Oilers standings and getting likes, all in good fun. It is. Yeah, absolutely. The interaction was, and maybe they'd shake hands and have a laugh about it later. Thoughts on the hand hiring? Habs aren't as funk you. I don't even know what you're saying. Thoughts on the hand hiring? Jeff Bezos. Who's that? I like. Did you see Perlini's response to the question Leon faced? He should be a future coach. No, I have. What did he say? Did they hire Jeff? I thought they hired someone else as their new GM. Marcus, if you were to visit any country in the South Pacific, which one would you choose? That's a good question. I got to look up. Are you talking about one that I've never been to, or can I return to? Oh, actually, now that I think about it, I don't think I've been to any of these. Well, if Australia counts as South Pacific, I want to go to Australia. Yeah. Turning 16 on July 12th. Okay, we'll chat before then. Sharm says Clay will win the Lotto 649 simultaneously as PD scores from Miller and Besser. That's a double 649. Habs GM looks like oh, I see what you're saying. I thought the Habs hired I thought the Habs hired someone else though. Didn't they hire someone named Hughes? Who's Kent Hughes then? Yeah, it says the Canadians hired Kent Hughes. So who's this Jeff Bezos guy? Nuxbo says Tonga Perlini was so positive, almost sound like a pep talk. Okay, yeah, send it to me. I lie. Justin, if anyone wins the 649 or Max, remember to buy tickets from me. Awesome. July 8th is my wedding anniversary. Australia, yes, there you go, M. Nick. I was hoping you'd be here. If you could magically speak either Cantonese or Japanese, which one? Probably Japanese, for sure. Kent Hughes, player agent. Huh? Yeah, Kent Hughes. So who's Jeff Bezos then? How is Vegas going to get under the cap when Eichel comes back? Good question, Bruce. I don't know. I don't know if some people are magically going to get hurt or whatever. That's a really good question. Oh, Jeff Bezos is the owner of Amazon. Okay, I didn't know that. Okay. Okay, thanks, you guys. I'm not very cool when it comes to this kind of thing. Okay, two last things before we wrap up. Thanks, everyone. I promised that I would show you one of my albums. So this album on Facebook is called Bad Hair Clay, like Bad Hair Day. So I will show this to you real quick, and then we will wrap up with Mickey's outside my door. I think he wants something. Okay, let's go full screen for these ones. Sean, can you get Mickey? Okay, so there's me wearing the Canucks, and there's my brother Jason wearing the Flyers. Jason can't even stand up. I'm just holding his arm up. That's me in the middle here. This is our singing group called Gentlemen in Effect, GIE. Fun fact, we would start by I had the letters GIE shaved into the back of my head. Then a spotlight would go on, and then all you'd see is my head, and I'd be standing there rotating my head with the letters GIE shaved into my head. That's mine and Gail's first ever picture together. You see I have the MC Hammer lines down the side and the curls in the front. That is me in grade 12 with my Michael Jackson inspired jacket. This is me also in grade 12. Yes, I know. I've had my good looks since birth. Sean, can you get Mickey standing out here? This is my dad, my mom, me, and my brother Jason. That's another picture of Gail and me when we were in grade 10 and grade 9. That is the bushiest hair I've ever had. You can see that big perm, almost as luscious as the foliage around. And this is really bad. I don't know if you can see it. I have basically almost to the scalp and then an explosion of hair on the top. I split best all around male with Vincent Chang. Another bit of a perm explosion there. And then finally a couple of Photoshop creations, and that's me wearing a wig. Okay, not sure why we did that, but just thought I'd give you a look at some of these bad photos. Okay, I'll read through your last comments and then I will get out of here. Asian Beatles, second nice moment, swoosh. Still looking good, Clay. Thank you. Your sons definitely look like you. Yes, Mnick, I think so, but they will definitely not admit it. Look at all that hair while it lasts. Great photos. Thank you. Thank you. I won't make that like an every stream thing, but it's pretty easy just to pull out old photos or old videos or whatever. And Sam, answer your last question. How's my bowling? I went last week. I bowled 138, which was bad, but then I bowled back-to-back games of 200 with my brand new ball that my boys bought me, which is cool. And T-Dot says, bring back the 80s bush. Okay, we have some options here. Speaking of my boys, my son Sean was calling me Eugene or Eugene. He said I look like Eugene. So anyone named Eugene in the chat, I apologize if I just offended you. But yes, funk you. If I grew a beard, I have to start like now, and you check back with me in 3 years. Did you ever make a CD with that band? No, but we did record a lot of music. Clay, why don't you have longer hair to this day? It just wouldn't look good on me. Your daughter also looks like you. Yes, actually, this is the last thing I'll say, and then I should go. My son Sean looks like my mom's. Start again. My son Sean, my eldest, we all think he looks like my wife's mom's side. Okay. We think Jacob looks like my dad's side. And we think Kayla looks like my mom's side. So following that logic, we're thinking that Jacob and Kayla look like me, and my eldest son Sean looks more like Gail. Okay. And once again, if your name is Eugene, I apologize. Thanks to my moderators. Thank you to my sponsors, Perform and Transform, Gassy Jack Art, Monkey 9 Brewing, and of course, Van City Experts. I know Jason was in the stream for a lot of it. Thanks to my members, as always, and thanks to all of you. As I always say, if you want to become a member of the CCC Crew, press the join button underneath this or in my videos on the memberships tab on my YouTube channel. We have 57 members and we are growing. So thanks again to all of you for your support as we continue to build the best Canucks channel here on YouTube. And don't forget, Friday night, I'll be on at 11 p.m. because I'm going to the Florida Panthers game. Andrew, I'm going to look at your... I'm going to show Gail the frame, your pictures tomorrow, and I'll text you tomorrow morning. And yes, Friday night I'll be on starting at 11 with my son Sean for our Friday night live stream. And T-Dot, your name is actually, your real name is Eugene. Great, then I know some cool Eugenes. Then how's that for a save? Okay. Yes, God bless you, Brian. Thanks, Sam, for being here. You win from the furthest viewer for sure. So as always, friends, thanks for being here. I do not take you for granted. Like this video on your way out. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, and leave a comment if you want to leave a comment in the true comment chat. But otherwise, stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. Speaking of my wife. Oh, it's not. Okay, that's fine. Speaking of my wife, I asked Gail if I'm the only one that she has ever been with. And she said, yes, I am the only one. All the others were 9s and 10s. God bless, and go Canucks go. Booyah.